Good afternoon, Keivan, Shariatmadar.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to DA Summit. You are a mathematician
Yes.
and a senior researcher in Keivan.
Yes.
You've been applying mathematics in a lot of fields,
Yes.
but today you are mostly focusing on humans and uncertainty
Yes.
in AI. Can you tell us more about it?
Yes. Yes. Well, like you mentioned, I have been focusing on the uncertainty modeling and application to model human behavior. Recently, we focus a lot about human because human is one of the center in every systems. Like if you look at in industry, like operators, if you look at in other sector like automotive, autonomous driving, the driver, and the decision maker, actually the final decision maker as well as human. So, and also a lot of focus from commission comes to this, because to increase the safety, to increase the efficiency of your system, and even to increase the perhaps the performance and decrease maybe energy consumption. So how this deal with AI? Well, it's a good question. The things that we have recognized from a lot of works, a lot of data we analyze, we saw, for instance, operators, they don't behave the same in the same time in different days. So today they are in good mood, tomorrow is not, and we modeled those and we saw, wow, they create a lot of uncertainty in the system, which makes it very difficult. Of course, they are intelligent, but I think AI-based machines or robots will decrease this if we can achieve those, which was one of the talks that you mentioned. How AI can be a human, I think could be, but the big difference will be this part. Are they going to make imprecision, indeterministic systems, or they are going to very well predict it based on their algorithm? This is very interesting and I think difficult problem. And today we use AI to help human, to guide or to assist, or even to model him, and sometimes to measure, like you can decide as a manager, this operator can maybe work in another task because this task is very focused. So, and with this just simple solution, you will increase a lot about efficiency and your overall system will be perfect.
But do you think AI should be more human? Because we as humans, we have all this, as you say, uncertainty, biases, and maybe some unpredictable behavior.
Yeah.
Some, as your colleague Tom Lennartz, they say that maybe we can introduce this human factor.
Yes, because in AI world, you can have more access to overall system. You can even have all kind of behavior that he wants to do, because you have not restricted rules like privacy. So for machine, I think it could be yes, but for human, one of the problem is you cannot measure everything. So for example, I cannot add sensor to you and measure something. There's a lot of regulation, and you have to take care of all those things. I think this could be one of good solution if we can replace them, which has been doing this because one of the things we have been doing is automation, replace a human with machines. But that doesn't mean we really remove them, because the final decision maker would be best human, but maybe collaborative with AI. So because anything that we can do for AI, I think will be limited. You have to really limit at the end. What is the range of activity and thinking that he can do? Otherwise, if you make him very free, so you cannot even control him. So, and I hope it's not going to happen. You can also misuse this technology against human. So this has to be controlled. The other one has to be also guided. I think the collaborative way would be very efficient for a lot of systems, like what we call interconnected systems in industry, to make industry 4.0 topic, in cities to have smart cities. For instance, in one of the topic in cities is autonomous driving. So how you can assist the driver, or how you can make sure that, for instance, your AI, which is driving the machine, can detect the pedestrian outside and make sure with the acceptable amount of accuracy that he's not going to hit or he's going to be on time. So we need all collaborative and all the time learning. This is another thing. So you need to also train your AI all the time. because it's impossible to know everything.
And what about the fact that a lot of people are afraid that AI will take over humans? And what do you think about the possibility of general AI? Do you think, are we far from general AI?
Well, good question again. Again, depends in what area, what scope we are talking about. If it is like medical science, I think AI is going to help a lot. For instance, in Oxford University, I heard there's a nice research. I think they have also result already now. But just walking a person in front of camera, you can detect if he has Alzheimer or not. This is amazing. I mean, without touching, without anything, just simple diagnosis, you can detect that. We love it. And go please. But in the other side, like maybe, in defense, I don't want to use AI to, so it depends where. But in any case, we need to control because we create them and we have to control them. Otherwise, if they are intelligent and they can also decide totally, purely, freely the decision, I think they can also make mistakes because they don't know everything. They have also limits.
Very good. And my last question will be about academia world. Mm-hmm. As a researcher, how do you see a contribution to AI development?
From our field, well, I think this is have been doing is not really new now in academia. There are a lot of other things are going on, the only thing is stopping us to really apply, because I'm also from applied science. We really want to work with the applied technology, and we really make a environment aware systems. So one of them is just regulation legislation. So in academia, if we want, for instance, implement the smart city, one of the topics which take care of the safety or autonomous driving, still our infrastructure is not ready. So there will be, or there have been, a lot of works in our environment to make infrastructure ready to have AI to work on this. For instance, we need to have sensorized infrastructure. We start with parkings, okay, but what about all streets? So it's gonna be slow, but I think if we all agreed in one case, also government involved a lot, because academia, we need to really involve a lot of people from government and high-level, executives to really allow us to speed up this. And by starting from small towns, I think this could be possible to prove that concept, and I think then everyone is going to focus on this to make immediately the infrastructure ready. But it's not going to be that fast. So our infrastructure needs to be really changed or adapt to be ready to have that AI in. And to make AI without doing this also a very hard problem. I mean, it's so expensive, and what we have seen in Dubai or in Middle East, they have been doing this. Even in some countries that I was there, they already implement these like sensorized stations which measure a lot of things from weather, from environment, share with the different data centers. So where will be these data centers, for instance, in countries and Europe? So if you think this is not really easy to decide now, but I hope people are working in the higher level, in the city and country and European level, that can help to speed up this technology come from academia to our life.
And finally, can you just touch on the place of Belgian University in AI?
Like a place for...
like ranking or the work that they're doing. Keivan is normally rather reputed for
I think if you heard about recent news in the last 2 months, I think Keivan got 2 really good ranking, especially for the number of the publications. We are in 7 top countries, as also mentioned. Well, depending on also the person or the company that they are measuring, they are different. But that was in the news. And second, there was really very high-level innovative idea which is developed by Keivan, generating energy from just water, which makes hydrogen, and from hydrogen, and you use solar energy to do that. So purely green work, and one of the, I think, biggest achievement this year that I heard. But I'm not aware of all other sectors. We are working in a Bruges campus under mechanical engineering department and industrial engineering, and I'm more focused on the math, but this is what I have from the news. So I'm proud working in K11, which very recognized, well recognized, and also commissioned.
Thank you very much, Keivan Shariatmadar.
No problem. Thanks for the time.